Hi there, my name is Nate Ridgeway, and welcome to the introduction episode of Make It Till Friday, a new teacher podcast that's going to be focusing on new teachers. So a little bit of background on me first. I am a current teacher at Beech Grove High School in Indianapolis, Indiana. I teach history, and I also have a background in special education.
Hi, I'm Angie Ridgeway, co-author of Don't Ditch That Tech, joining Nathan Ridgeway for our podcast that we decided to start to support beginning teachers.
Yeah, and really why we were coming at with this podcast is that we saw that out there, of course, there are definitely teacher prep programs that do many of the things that we're going to talk about here in this podcast, but we thought that there's so much need out there for additional support, even if it's for veteran teachers who are moving to a new school, or even just teachers who have been in it for a while and maybe need a refresher on some of the things that we're going to discuss. And speaking of those things, let's talk about some of our first upcoming topics. So what we're going to be doing is through a whole kind of series of guests and also kind of a different beginning of things here, is that we are going to be looking at first interviewing as a new and veteran teacher, and then moving into constructing your actual classroom, designing what it looks like. Then some more kind of like fundamental things like breaking down standards and lesson planning, eventually stuff like classroom management. But we also, in these first couple of episodes, are going to get to some more kind of like nitpicky things like dress and professional behavior. And then also kind of like looking on the relationship side of things, like with creating your professional learning network and more.
And what we should also add is that we have Tuesdays at 10. We will be hosting a Twitter chat for beginning teachers and their colleagues. So our topics are malleable. They may change given what our audience wants, but we're all here to support teachers who are new to our profession.
Yeah. And what's really cool about those Twitter chats as well is because they do happen before our actual podcast release dates occur and that we record. There's a really good chance that if once you actually do contribute in those Twitter chats, that something you might say or ask or have a you need a problem and solution kind of look at might actually pop up in that podcast, which is really, really cool. If you'd like to find out more about this podcast and some of the upcoming episodes and release dates and some more about us, you can follow us on Twitter with the hashtag #NewTeacherPodcast, as well as go to our website at www.teachingfromtheridge.com. And until then, we can't wait to see you at our next episode.